sing oh, oh. Show the world you got that fire. Feel the rhythm getting louder. Show the room what you can do. Prove to them you got the moves. I don't know about you, but I feel better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. I'm better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. We can do this together. I just feel better when you're dancing. Yeah, yeah. When you finally let go, you say that solo. 'Cause you listen to the music, sing oh, oh. 'Cause you're confident, babe, and you make it his way. We knew that you could do it, sing oh, oh. Show the world you got that fire. Feel the rhythm getting louder. Show the room what you can do. Move to the music, the moves. I don't know about you, but I feel better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah. I'm better when I'm dancing. Yeah, yeah.
What an amazing performance from Sanggar Seni Mahasiswa. Good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Riantasya.
And my name is Tariqul Mujahidi.
We will host for today's event. On behalf of the organizer, I would like to extend my warm welcome to ladies and gentlemen for giving your honored presence to the ASEAN Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2022. Excellencies, Professor Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Sasmito Jati MS as Vice Rector for Planning, Cooperation and Internationalization, Universitas Brawijaya. Associate Professor Andi Feftawijaya, MDA PhD, as Dean of Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya. Dr. Nintiantini Kumarawel from Southeast Asian Minister of Education, SIMIO Secretariat. Associate Professor Dr. Halima Abdul Manaf, as Dean of School of Government, University Utara Malaysia. Dr. Nopawan Pengpa, as the representative of Dean of Faculty of Political Science and Law, Burapa, Thailand.
Dr. Christine N. Ferrer as Director of External Linkages and International Affairs, Tarlac Agricultural University, Philippines. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantio, CSP, CFP, CNNLP, CHT, as Counselor of Coordinating Ministry of Human and Cultural Development. Deans at Universitas Brawijaya, Heads and Secretaries of Departments and Heads of Study Programs at Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, Professors, Lecturers, and students from various countries, and all the audiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ASEAN Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2022 is the second installment of ASEAN-wide competition that challenges university students to express their best opinion on world issues in the form of article or poster. This competition is held by Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya Indonesia, and co-organized by University Utara Malaysia and Burapa University Thailand, Southeast Asian Minister of Education SIMIO Secretariat, and Tarlac Agricultural University, Philippines.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, please allow me first to introduce you to the agenda of the event. The first agenda is the opening session.
The second agenda is seminar and talk show session led by our moderator.
And the last agenda is the awarding.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our event, we would like to invite you to stand up for national anthem. To all participants, please stand up. Thank you. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the opening session. Without further ado, I would like to invite the chairperson of Asian Virtual Student Opinion Competition, Bapak Aulia Lukman Aziz MPD. Please welcome Bapak Aulia Lukman Aziz MPD.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Bapak Vice Rector, Bapak Dean of Faculty of Administrative Science, and the Vice Deans, Heads and Secretaries of Departments, distinguished speaker, officials of AFISOC Provost, professors, lecturers, participants from 17 different countries. On behalf of the committee, we thank you all for coming to this year's awarding day of AFISOC. This year's AFISOC opened an opportunity for students across nations to compete in 3 major categories. The first one is opinion writing, which comprises 5 issues in business, taxation, public policy, information and librarianship, and educational management and practices. The second category is poster creation under the theme Hidden Tourist Attraction at Your Home Country. And the last one is photography contest under the theme Food, Culture, Nature, Cityscapes, a Colorful Southeast Asia. Since it was officially opened on August 2022 until October, we have received the total of 522 submitted works, 100 more than last year's edition, coming from 5 countries in Southeast Asia: Indonesia, the Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and Brunei Darussalam. From that total number, the team, along with the assigned judges, selected top 3 from each category. So in total, there will be 21 winners of all categories. And by the end of this event, we will all witness who those winners are. Ladies and gentlemen, as for today's meeting, I'm so honored to welcome more than 800 participants from 17 countries. Aside from Southeast Asian countries, there are also participants from Algeria or Aljazair in Bahasa Indonesia, Bhutan, India, Egypt, Pakistan, Ireland in Northwestern Europe, Bangladesh, and Nigeria. I hope that this energy, this youth energy, can be transformed into something more beneficial to our world and society. And after today's meeting, we can discuss further on what form is most suitable to make use of your huge energy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like also appreciate all the judges. They have helped us to score all the works within their busy time. Such a great work for them. So thank you, Dr. Kritsachai Somsaman from CIMEO Secretariat, Dr. Syarif Huza Osman, Dr. Ahmad Zubir, both from University Utara Malaysia, Dr. Pongsaton and Dr. Parichat, both from Burapa University, Mr. Jerome and Mr. Jason Elizano, both from Tarlac Agriculture University, as well as my own colleagues, Mr. Inggang Nuralam, PhD, as the judge coordinator, Ms. Latifah Hanum, Ms. Hanifa, Mr. Gede Sentanu, PhD, Mr. Taufik Akbar, Mr. Bayu Amengku, and Ms. Desanti Putri. And finally, my beloved team, consisting of lecturers, employees, and students led by Safira Fortunella. Without them, this event won't be realized at all. Thank you very much. Enjoy the event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Thank you very much, Bapak Aulia Lukman Aziz, for the speech.
Next, I would like to invite Associate Professor Andi Fefta Wijaya, MDA PhD, the Dean of the Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, to give a speech. Please welcome to the stage.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning, sawadi, sawadika, sawadikrab. The Honorable Rector, and in this case represented by Vice Rector for Planning and Cooperation, Professor Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Sasmito Jati. Thank you, Prof, already coming here. And also Director of Southeast Asian Ministers of Education, SIMEO Secretariat. Maybe will be connected online, yeah, by daring, because we conduct this occasion daring and luring. And Dean of School of Government, University Utara Malaysia. Where is the camera? Over there, yeah? Okay. Acting Dean of Faculty of Political Science and Law, Burapa University. And Director of External Linkage and International Affairs, Tarlac Agriculture University. Deans and Directors at Universitas Brawijaya, Honorable Judge, Professor, Lecturers, Students, participants of AFISOC 2022, and the general audience from Indonesia and many other countries. And I would like to mention special honorable to distinguished guests from Jakarta, ya. Alhamdulillah nanti akan menjadi keynote speaker di sini, Pak Adi. Ya. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya. Thank you very much. And today we are pleased to welcome for this very prestigious occasion and activities. First of all, I would like to send my gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, God Almighty, for giving us much blessing so we can attend this event today in our very best condition. Ladies and gentlemen, in this opportunity, I would like to best appreciate the hard work and dedication that have been given by the committee who have prepared this event since June until coming to its final step today. Our committee consists of lecturers, employer, and student. They all have shown the spirit of VIA UB. VIA is Fakultas Ilmu Administrasi, Universitas Brawijaya. And according to our newest slogan, this is newest slogan or our tagline of in this year in our faculty, called SAE. SAE, which means strong, agile, and enthusiastic. And SAE in Javanese language, not Japanese, ya, Javanese language, bahasa Jawa, means good. Ya. So SAE it means good. So you are all good people. And VIA SAE is VIA good. Ladies and gentlemen, to whoever wins this competition, I congratulate you all behind your winning there must be sacrifice in some aspects of your life, sacrifice in time for thinking, searching for inspiration, and creating the work. Perhaps sacrifice in financial matters, for buying and renting materials needed to create the work. Whatever you have done, it is something I must salute you. It is an honor to have you in our competition. And those who don't get any numbers in this competition, it doesn't mean that your work is bad. On the contrary, it is a great chance to improve yourself, learn more, do more competition. You still have much time to prepare yourself in the future. The real world is out there, still waiting for your contribution. So don't give up. In my eyes, you're also the winners. Finally, my deepest gratitude goes to the co-host AFISOC 2022, Southeast Asian Minister of Education, SIMEO, Secretariat, School of Government, University Utara Malaysia, Faculty of Political Science and Law, Burapa University, and Tarlac Agricultural University. I cannot wait for our future collaboration in any form, including the installment of AFISOC in the coming years. So this is the second year of AFISOC, because the born of AFISOC is last year. So next year will be the third AFISOC that will be coming for the next year. And I welcome to all the participants also come to the next year competition. Thank you, Bapak Vice Rectors and all audience. Enjoy the event today and have a nice day. And before I close my speech, please menirukan kata-kata saya untuk menyebutkan nanti via saya. 1, 2, 3, via saya. Ya, dengan dikepalkan tangannya Via saya. Thank you. Via saya strong, agile, and enthusiastic. Ini influence our spirit for this year and also for next year. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Bapak Andi Veptawijaya, MDA PhD, for the speech.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Nityanantini Kumarawel from Southeast Asian Ministry of Education, SIMEO Secretariat, to give a speech. Please welcome Dr. Nityanantini Kumarawel. Once again, I would like to invite Dr. Nityanantini Kumarawel to give a speech and turn the mic on.
Thank you. Selamat pagi, good morning from SIMEO Secretariat, Bangkok, Thailand. I am Dr. Nityanantini Kumarawel, a Learning Innovation and Information Specialist from the SIMEO Secretariat. I was given a mandate by our esteemed Director, Dr. Ethel Agnes Pascual Valenzuela, to deliver a speech for the awarding of the second ASEAN Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2022, or known as AFISOC 2022. It is our great pleasure to be with all of you this morning. AFISOC 2022 is the second installment of an ASEAN-wide competition that challenges university students to express their best opinion on world issues in the form of articles or posters. We are also honored to be invited as one of the judges for the poster category. As we all know that one size does not fit all, the competition's multi-format recognizes students' diversity to express and materialize their voices and thoughts in many forms. This competition is a golden opportunity for the region's undergraduate students, which also represents the youth, to present their thoughts and actions critically and creatively. The organizer has received astonishingly 522 works from 5 countries and 21 winners. Expected winners from 7 categories will be awarded today. The anxiousness and excitement in the heart of the participants are felt. All of you are winners by participating in this competition itself. Congratulations in advance. We want to extend our heartiest congratulations to the Faculty of Administrative Science at Universitas Brawijaya Indonesia and their co-organizers, University Utara Malaysia and Burapa University Thailand and Tarlek University from Philippines for their commendable efforts in providing a platform for our youth to express their voice and materialize their opinions in many forms. We wish you the best and many more to come over the activities of AVISOC in the upcoming years ahead. Thank you and again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nityanantini Kumarawel, for the speech.
Next, I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf, the Dean of School of Government, University Utara Malaysia, to give a speech. Please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf. Time is yours.
To Honorable Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf, you may turn the microphone on.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. Honorable Professor Dr. Muhammad Sasmito Jati, Vice Rector Universitas Brawijaya. Honorable Associate Professor Dr. Andy Fefta Wijaya, Dean of Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya. Honorable Dr. Nityanantini Kumarawel, Southeast Asian Minister of Education, SEMIOS Secretariat. Honorable Assistant Professor Prof. Kap Wenchin Tan Sirokong, Acting Dean of Faculty Political Science and Law, Burapa University, Thailand. Forgive me if I not pronounce the Honorable your name properly. Honorable Dr. Christine N. Ferrer, Director of External Linkages and International Affairs, Tarlac Agriculture University, Philippines. Honorable Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantio, Counselor of Coordinating, Ministry of Human and Cultural Development, all deans at Universitas Brawijaya, Head and Secretary of Department, and Head of Study Program at Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, all the professors, lecturers, students from various universities, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to attend the opening ceremony of International Students Seminar, ASEAN Virtual Students Opinion Competition 2020 in Indonesia. On behalf of School of Government, University Utara Malaysia, I would like to express my appreciation and congratulations to the outstanding students will be announced later. And also this AVISOC competition learners who provide opportunity and platform for young scholars from dedicated countries to demonstrate their competency and improve proficiency, deepen understanding on others' culture, inspire move enthusiasm to learn more from others' country. I believe that this competition has provided great result and opportunity for all the participants as well as co-organizer who involved in this competition to gain more knowledge and new skills by attending and also participate in this session. I hope all the contestants gain a lot of experience and knowledge, and I wish this competition will achieve their result and objective as being desired and in designing in this program. With that, thank you so much, and we are really appreciate the involvement and invitation from the FIA, Faculties of Ilmu Administrative, as well as from Director Universitas Brawijaya for giving me again and our school's opportunity to be part of the co-organizer as well as the participant. Wish all the best and hope to see you again in the next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf, for your speech.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Nupawan Pengpa as the representative of the Dean of Faculty of Political and Law, Burapha University, Thailand, to give a speech. Please welcome Dr. Nupawan Pengpa.
Good morning for all participants. First of all, I would like to say sorry that my acting dean cannot attend in this event because he have the urgent agenda in overseas. Therefore, he assigned me to share his appreciate. I am Dr. Nupawan Pengpa, the lecturer in Public Administration Department, and also I am the co-operator for AVISOC in my science. I would like to say that we are very appreciative for your invitation for the second years. The AVISOC is become one of the annual events in my program. My program is the Local Affair Administrations. In the last year, there are some students, about 50 students submit the articles, and in this year, they're still interesting to submit, and also the freshie student. In this year, more than 80% that they submit their work. This event can motivate our students for writing in English. Our students feel more relaxed to work in English language and more confident to join in the international event. That is the big progress for developing the English skill from our students. We would like to thank you for all responsible who work hard for running this event. I hope today everything is go well, and we can have the other event in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Dr. Nupawan Pengpa for the speech.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Christine N. Ferrer, Director of External Linkage and International Affairs, to give a speech. Please welcome Dr. Christine N. Ferrer. Time is yours.
Freedom of expression is the hallmark of democracy. Many nations, such as the Philippines and Indonesia, share this ethos. In order for human development to remain unhampered, an individual's right to express herself or himself must prevail. But many regard this as inferior to another democratic value, the collective good. They say that no right is absolute, especially if it poses unmitigated risk or unduly terminates another's rights and privileges. Before I continue, please allow me to congratulate and thank the esteemed administration and faculty of Universitas Brawijaya, Buraka University, and University of Tara, Malaysia, for successfully collaborating and organizing what could be our region's largest competition of its kind, the AVISOC 2020. I am honored to represent Tarlac Agricultural University to this cause. Representing TAU's President, Dr. Max P. Guillermo, is our OIC Office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Arlene V. Tomas, who also extends her greetings to everyone present here today. I wish to commend also the hundreds of young Southeast Asians, not only for participating in the competitions, but also for ensuring that liberty shines even brighter, thus guaranteeing a safer and more inclusive environment for the next generation. This partnership shows us one important thing. If we work together, no task is so big. I appreciate that you included TAU in this project that seeks to connect and engage our youth. We look forward to creating more opportunities for our students in other areas of cooperation. I agree that all rights must be paired with responsibilities. In order for our society to progress, every stakeholder must know that she or he is accountable for his or her fellows' well-being too, that the neighbor's right is as significant as him or hers, that in the eyes of the law, everyone is equal, no matter what the color of his or her skin, the religion he or she believes in, the context of his or her bank account or lack thereof. But no right shall also impinge upon his or her right to verbalize the thoughts, to live by preferences and ideals, and to dream, no matter how great or impossible an individual's aspirations may be. We are grateful for your generosity, Universitas Brawijaya. Good day to everyone and mabuhay from the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Dr. Christine N. Ferrer, for the speech.
Now for the last speech, would like to invite Professor Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Sasmito Jati MS as the Vice Rector for Planning, Cooperating and Internationalization, Universitas Brawijaya, to give a speech. Please, welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My Honorable, the Dean of Faculty Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, Pak Andi Fiftah, the Director CMU, Secretariat or Representative, the Dean of School of Governments, University Utara, Malaysia, Acting Dean of Faculty of Political Science and Law, Burapa University, Director of External Linkage and International Affairs, Tarlac Agricultural University, and all official, professor, lecturer, student, representative, and all of the audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon you all. First of all, I would like to send my deepest gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, God Almighty, as it is only by His blessing and guidance that we are given a chance to meet a great event. Secondly, on behalf of Rector, I would like to say welcome to Universitas Brawijaya. We are so delighted to see you all today. Ladies and gentlemen, in this opportunity I have no more say, except congratulations. Congratulations goes to all the co-hosts who have successfully held this event since the beginning until its final pace today. I can feel a lot of energy from this event, especially by the participants who have created and submitted their works. 522 is not small number. It is represents great enthusiasm from you, driven by dedication shown by the committee to hold this event once again after the last years. For VIA UB, I think it's real proof of your newly declared slogan that Pak Dekan said before in 62nd University last week, SAI. Words mean strong, agile, and enthusiastic. That's good saying. As Japanese also, SAI is very good meaning. In this occasion, when I say about the International Student Seminar, it is open my memory. Almost more than 30 years ago, I also like you as a student. At that time in master course, can you imagine I living in Sweden? At that time, I just think about Sweden is the edge of world, you know. Near the pole, you know the temperature living there, -50 degrees Celsius. When I living, my professor said to me, Jati, keep in your mind, if you stay in your activity, we will meet again. Can you imagine that? If you stay in your activity, you will meet again. At that time, I just want to say, because I want to go back home, that my village, you know, you can imagine I'm tropical country, tropical people, just want to living in warm. But can you imagine that's in 1989, almost all of you have not been born yet. And then in 1996, I've been in Okayama. My professor asked to me, Jati, please pick up the professor from Sweden. Yeah, in Bandara, in airport. At that time, I don't think about that. And when we meet my professor, he said, Jati, can you memorize what I say? If you still keep in your activity, we will meet again. Can you imagine what I say? So please keep in your activity. You are borderless worker. There is no border if you still active in such kind of activity like seminar and then scientific meeting, student activities, any others activity. So who is the winner between you? In my opinion, all of you is the winner. Please give applause to this. It is a very important moment for you to keep in your mind, to stay in your activity. This last word, of course. On our side, this event is another attempt to achieve the mission of internationalization of our university, of course. We hope that this kind of partnership can be sustainable in the year to come. And for audience from various countries, please send my best regard to the official of our respective institution. We will be more than happy to discuss partnership among our institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can say today. Thank you very much for your coming and attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Insinyur Sasmito Jati MS, for the great speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to remind on the journey of AFISOC, I would like to have your attention to take a look at the video of AFISOC 2021. Please enjoy the video. To the committee in charge, please. Thank you.
Broken glass while I'm thinking in my head. I mind my own, I don't even break a sweat. Oh, this madness is insane. Why you still live in vain? I'm not the one, you're the victim of your own mistakes. It's time to live the lights under the street lights, under the street lights. Untold stories, they were left behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin with the main agenda, we will look at the performance prepared by Administratio Choir. Please welcome Administratio Choir.
Got me all alone and I'm singing now. Jumping up and down, no one else around. Singing out your name in the sound.
Thank you, Administration Choir, for such amazing performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we process to the keynote speech, please allow me to read the curriculum vitae of our keynote speaker today. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo is a counselor for empowerment, development, human resource management, and IKM UKM Republic of Indonesia. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo is a PW Secretary of the East Java Nadliyin Entrepreneur Association. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo is a coach and trainer at Young Motivator Asia. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo is the alumni of Pondok Modern Darussalam Gontor. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo is a National Speakers Association in Arizona, USA in 2015. Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo has been a practicing lecturer at various universities such as the Universitas Negeri Surabaya, Universitas Islam Malang, UHAMKA Jakarta, and others.
Not to do any further delay, I would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo, CSP, CSFP, CNNLP, CHT, for the keynote speaker. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantyo.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Your Excellency, Professor Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Sasmito Jati MS, as fourth Vice Rector of Universitas Brawijaya Indonesia, the Excellency Associate Professor Andi Feftawijaya MDA, PhD, as Dean of Faculty Administrative Science, Brawijaya University, Indonesia, Your Excellency Mr. Aulia Lukman Aziz MPD, as Chairman of AVISEC 2022, Your Excellency Dr. Nichicani Kumawel from CMIO Secretariat, Your Excellency Assistant Professor Dr. Captain Vincent Tasudko Kokon, Acting Dean of Faculty of Political Science and Law, Burapa University, Thailand, Your Excellency Association Professor Dr. Halimah Abdul Manaf, Dean of School of Government, University Utara Malaysia, Your Excellency Dr. Christine N. Ferrer, Director of External Linkages and International Affairs, Tarlac Agricultural University, Philippines, the respectable Deans at Brawijaya University, respectable heads and secretaries of departments, head of study program at Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, respectable professors, lecturers, and all students from various countries, beloved all students here and virtual. I am here very honored to be standing in the International Student Seminar and Awarding Day Forum in this ASEAN Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2022. Especially, I express my gratitude to Mr. Aulia Lukman Aziz, MPD, as Chairman AVISEC 2022 who has invited me to his forum, so valuable forum. I also do not forget to say big thank you to University of Brawijaya for giving me an extraordinary opportunity to be keynote speaker in AVISEC 2022. This is my first international forum in my hometown Malang, but in this my 48th international forum that I have participated in. Ladies and gentlemen, in this millennial era, we are indirectly racing against technology and of course with the time. To face this millennial era, we need to able to adapt to the condition of the exciting world is completely unpredictable. I'm very happy and honored to be able to share stories and experience in AVISEC 2022, where this forum is the forum of young people, the forum of millennials. Of course, AVISEC 2022 is a literacy for all of us to be able to increase our capacity and our capability, including honing our personal abilities to become more perfect. As young of motivator of Asia and Counselor of Human Development and Empowerment Republic Indonesia, today I will share with all of you to become a young professional with high personality. Next slide. As young motivator Asia and a counselor of Human Development and Empowerment Republic Indonesia, today I will share with all of you become a young professional with high personality. There are 8 professional personalities. The first is knowledge. Please, the operator, be concentrate. The first is knowledge. The main basis of personality processed by a professional is science. With knowledge, we can share and live our daily life well. Second is competence. If we have studied science well, then a quality competence is created. Sitting in the competency phase means that we are already at one level other knowledge people. Why? Because a competency means that we are already expert a science. Third is awareness. And awareness is very important for a professional, especially for self-introspection. Aware of what is being faced. Aware of what has been faced and aware of what will be faced. From the present, from the past, and for our future. Having this awareness will help balance our EQ and IQ. We will able to make very good and wise ideas and decisions in all things, including to decide what life will be next. The fourth is integrity. Yes, integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is not far from a person's pride. A person will be measured by how presented the integrity of a person is. Someone who already has sufficient knowledge, competence, reasonable awareness, and arises an integrity. How valuable will be measured by his integrity as human being. It is not easy to seduce or overt and over that might be considered facetious. The fifth is respect. It is heavier than others. Respect, this is a fifth level professionality thing, where we will set aside professional matters when thought is one environment there is a misunderstanding or mismatch between one and another because they already have integrity. In maintaining self-esteem and professionalism, one must respect each other. The matter of personal matters will be put aside in order to maintain the exciting professional quality. The sixth is secure. Already familiar with the word secure and insecure. This often resonates by every young person in this millennial era. Maybe one of us always telling about, maybe I'm so insecure in this life, I'm insecure in my campus or my daily activity. Sometimes we have the present 5 personalities, but when we are faced with conditions that other people think are appropriate, we feel insecure, unworthy, inferior, even inferior, we used to call insecure. Let's think for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. What we are advantage of insecure and inferior? Nonsense, I think. What if we switch the mindset to how ourselves can become a better person? How can this self become that person who is more better than us? At the end of my session, I will show a song and video for us to watch together, and maybe we can sing together. The 7 before last is properness. If it is okay with secure and insecure that we have to prepare ourselves, deserve to able to become a better person, there are many others who feel worthy but do not have the knowledge, competence, awareness, integrity, respectable, secure, but can sit in certain position or situation and condition. So many things that he can only be silent and can do not anything. So the properness, we feel that we are proper in this condition, every situation, on every situation. The main point of all of the personality of professional is confidently. Confidence, most important of all, is confidence. Believing in your extraordinary potential, you can stand in front of the public. Believe that we are someone who is worthy, sufficient, and able to become a professional. And by the way, maybe you can look at the screen. I'm using batik from Madura, Bangkalan. That's name is batik gentong. Just focus on my clothes, don't focus on my hair, yeah. Because I'm a domestic product counselor, or we can say UMKM, I also indirectly have to promote domestic products. So this is the batik Indonesian proud, and many process when we use batik and make it batik, and this is many countries use batik and so proud about using Indonesian product. If I said a real about 8 personalities of professional, then there are 5 power that professional must indirectly process. Ladies and gentlemen, in this slide, I'm using batik Gamawening from Malang, the west of Malang. The place is Kasembon, and using its writing batik or batik tulis. The first of power of personnel is time management. We don't talk about how to arrange the time, but we talk the work load isn't in higher quality, but something that must be developed by the time. When I say about time management, I'm not talking about how to arrange our schedule, how arrange our time, but so a lot of work shouldn't be made something heavy, but make it opportunity to hone your skill from time to time. Managing the time is not about how we arrange our schedule of activities, but how we use anything in our life to become something that is useful, not only for ourselves, but others, but especially those around us. The main point is how to useful for other people. The second is emotional intelligence. Control and care, the qualities to create a vital characteristic. Not everyone who has the perfect professional facilities is able to regulate the state of emotion. Where we are basically professional, we can actually not only able to control our emotions, but also control other people's emotion. So when we become a professionalism, not always we are controlling our emotion, but we can control others' emotion. Because of that control from emotion, we will get what we want, everything with what we want. The third is professionalism. Become a professional of an integrity from how to manage every part of case and problem, include solve it. Being a professional is not just about having personality abilities, but how can we run things according to their respective partitions, and most importantly, we can place ourselves in accordance with the exciting situation and condition. The fourth is effective writing. The abilities for take ideas, instruction, perception, and perspective from your head to the paper that can be implementation for professional. Basically, how a professional is able to capture anything, everything, anytime he sees, but does not stop here, but a professional is able to apply it to an article so that can be shared with others and can be learned by others. Ladies and gentlemen, the last is technology knowledge. Having a basic skill are important not just for apprentice, but for the time management and effective business practice to reach the development of our power. Guys, maybe we are in condition, good condition, bad condition, with good feeling and bad feeling, but we are same. We are equal. Maybe something negative in our soul, but that negative will be able to positive from our mindset. Let's see our picture in the screen. What do you see in the screen? 10% is conscientious mind, when we are aware and everything, but 90% is subconscious mind. Indirectly, everything we do on a daily activity basis in driven from our subconscious mind, because the habitual actions that we do repeatedly without thinking, even though have automatically run and do all kinds of exciting activities. Dear brother and sister, success is a must. 3 things that we must have a success. The first is vision. Be aware for every condition of this life. We must know how the condition is in our life in the present. We must aware, not just know, not just understand, but we know, we understand, and we aware in this condition. And then how's the condition about future and the past forget the desire. The second is action. The physic, when we can feel it, when we can think it, and the desire, what we want, must be matched. What our thinking, what our physically must be matched with our desire. If there is no harmony between our physically or our thinking, it's nonsense. I think a wish will not become true. What will next in destiny, we cannot reach that if we are not match our physically and our desire and our psychology. The last is faith. The faith is more heavy and more, I think we just not say it is easy, it is hard, it is heavy. Yes. Faith, belief, not only belief on the God, in the God, but we are belief in ourselves. Belief that can able to achieve that desire. The achievement, we believe that because we have a faith, we have God who has able to give us everything we need. Basically, when we want to be something special, it's easy. But we want it or no, it's all about ourselves. All back and depends in ourselves. Millennials who are very proud, as I have said earlier, and I want to show a song and a video. Maybe from this song and video we can learn together what is really inside of us. When I listening the choir singing a song, we are special, we are something, and like Vice Rector told to us and the Dean giving speech, we are something special. We are a millionaire, we are young, a professional. Should we be jealous of other people? Do we need to step back because we feel have something lacking? Or is our existence not considered by those close to us? Maybe we have feel that. Maybe we feel that some people not aware about us. Maybe some people doesn't care about us. Maybe we have something inside of us is something badness or other thing. Maybe, yeah, other one cannot accept about ourselves. So that's why I would like to show you something video and song. I invite you to get up if you want to sing a song together, and maybe you can watch in this movie, short movie. I think it's Indonesian people know this song and know this video, but maybe in others country, just a little one know this song and this video. Let's get up together and singing together. Please be stand up. You can watch, you can learn, you can analyze from this video. This is a family.
Aku udah tahu mau ngapain.
This is in our daily life.
Aku mau ikut ekstra nari.
Maybe we can sing together if you can memorize this song.
Jadi bulan depan itu ada lombanya. Terus aku mau ikutan.
Wah, apa ini? Dapat piala lagi kita dari sekolah. Kakak ini piala apa?
Sometimes our parents too ignore me, ignore us. Maybe other sister and brothers is more than us. Maybe you feel this condition?
Bagaimanakah kau
Maybe we can sing together.
ku baik-baik saja. Sedikit ku takjub namun nyatanya sudah kuduga. Kau yang kesana kemari, kau anggap aku tak cukup. Semua kesempatan dan langkahku coba kau tutur batinku tak akan salah. Silakan pergi, ku tak rasa kalah. Namun percayalah, sejauh mana kau mencari, takkan kau temukan yang sebaik ini. Kau yang kesana kemari, kau anggap aku tak cukup. Semua kesempatan dan langkahku coba kau tutup. Dan ku buat jalanku sendiri.
Let's sing together.
Tutur batinku tak akan salah. Silakan pergi, ku tak rasa kalah.
Everybody hands up.
Namun percayalah, sejauh mana kau mencari, takkan kau temukan yang sebaik ini. Aku tak sempurna,
Maybe we are not perfect,
tak perlu sempurna.
and we don't need to perfect.
Akan kurayakan
And we will celebrate
apa adanya.
anything simple in our life.
Aku tak sempurna.
Maybe we feel that we are not perfect. We do not need to perfect.
Apa adanya. Aku tak sempurna, tak perlu sempurna. Akan kurayakan apa adanya.
Everybody sing. Tutur batinku tak rasa salah.
Silakan pergi, ku tak rasa kalah. Namun percayalah, sejauh mana kau mencari, takkan kau temukan yang sebaik ini.
Everybody is not perfect, but we are special. You will not know and found ourselves in others. It's just us. It's just me, the special one from others. Because everybody, I know it's not perfect, but everyone is different, everyone is special. Give applause. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, what we can learn from this song and videos, I think you have watched this video and sing together, maybe in other country, maybe have the English subtitles. I was born in Malang 26 years ago, and I was born in incompletely parents. I was born in broken home condition, and I am the only in family. I'm alone, and I have no siblings or brother and sisters. And when I sit in elementary school, my friend is always bullying me. I don't know why, but in that condition, I talk to ourselves that someday, for 10 years again, I will show you that I must and I must success from every friends who are bullied me. And now, I increase it, and I know that I'm more than all my friends in elementary. Maybe someone in this room feel that condition like me too. Maybe someone in this room, in this forum, feels that they have many shortcomings, limitations, or feel that he was never considered his existence, or even feel always neglected in any situation and condition. Believe me, God created us, the main basis in us, a distributor of His blessings. God wants us to be here, means that there is something that God has prepared for us, whatever now, whatever in the future. We are special one. No need to be confused or worried to other people. We know that we're not perfect. I don't need to be perfect. I don't need you. I not other approval. But the main point is no need to be confused or worried. Don't care about others saying, and even look down us. If there's something like that, it is simple. That person hasn't seen anything from ourselves. That person cannot see anything, opportunities, abilities from us. Our potential is something for every part who is accepting us. Our life is not yet matched with him, I think. Because basically, we were created for each other. Because before I close my speech, ladies and gentlemen, let's say to ourselves, put hand on our chest together, say to ourselves that I am special. Repeat after me. I am special. Okay. And then look at right or left you. Tell to right on left you, you are special. Okay. And we can say together with rise and hand, we are special. Okay, repeat. You can repeat after me. I am special. You are special. We are special. Give applause to us. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Wallahu yarham. Wallahu mafiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. God bless you.
Thank you very much for Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantio. It was a very insightful presentation. I'm sure all of us in this room relate to each other and every word that you mentioned. Your thoughts are going to stay with all of us. Thank you for sharing. Now, I would like to invite the chairman of episode 2022 to give souvenir for Mr. Muhammad Rifki Pramantio as the keynote speaker for episode 2022. Please.
Just got
Thank you to Bapak Aulia Lukman Aziz. Next, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time for talk show that will lead by Ishak Harel Sintong as a moderator for this event. Before we proceed, allow me first to introduce him in a brief detail. Ishak Harel now is majoring in Business Administration at Universitas Brawijaya. Ishak Harel currently is the most outstanding student 2022, Faculty of Administrative Science. He is achieved gold medal at International World Science, Environment and Engineering competition. He also achieved gold medal at International World Youth Invention and Innovation Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ishak Harel.
I feel like I'm not away. I wish you could take me away, but nothing will happen today. Give me love, give me all, give me all you can. I feel like I'm not away. I wish you could take me away, but nothing will happen today. Baby, I can't.
All right, thank you in advance for our Master of Ceremony. Give applause to Master of Ceremony. Okay, good morning everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ishak Harel Sintong. I'm a student from Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya. It's an honor for me to be here as the moderator for today's discussions. So, today, we live in a world that's constantly changing and it's becoming more unstable, where big and small changing are becoming more unpredictable. And of course, it is getting more dramatic and changing faster. For example, does anyone still use postal mail to send messages to beloved ones? I think we still use it. But actually, it has been replaced with various messaging apps such as WhatsApp or Line or Telegram and many more. And of course, that are faster and easier to use than postal mail. It's becoming more difficult to anticipate the events or predict how they will unfold. Sometimes, historical forecasts and past experiences are losing their relevance and couldn't be applied as a basis in predicting to the future. VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. We are currently live in the time like this. This is certainly a challenge for all of us, including for us as students, who are required to have readiness in terms of thinking, attitude, and skills to be able to survive and face the current situations. And of course, I'm not alone here. For these sessions, I will be with these amazing speakers. So now, here with us, the four outstanding speakers. Please welcome Mr. Aulia Rahman as representative of Universitas Brawijaya, Indonesia. And another speaker, the present online, and of course, our amazing speakers too, Mr. Jakapat Prangru as representative of Burapha University, Thailand. Are you here right now, Mr. Jakapat Prangru? Okay, thank you. And for the next, Mr. Abdul Hakim as representative of University Utara Malaysia. Are you here with us right now, Mr. Abdul Hakim? Okay, and for the last speaker is Mr. Benoit as representative of Tarlac Agriculture University, Philippines. Okay, since all the speakers have come together with us, I want to ask a little questions first. Maybe many of the participants are curious about your current activities as a student. If you guys don't mind, could you introduce yourself a little bit, starting from Mr. Aulia Rahman?
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I will stand here. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Aulia Rahman, as the student representative from Brawijaya, and currently my activity is focused on my thesis, and currently also I have a job as a financial affairs in some organization. Thank you.
Thank you for Mr. Aulia Rahman, and then for Mr. Jakapat Prangru, maybe you can tell a little bit about yourself to us. Okay, we can hear your voice. Maybe you can unmute yourself, Mr. Jakapat Prangru. Okay, maybe we next to our third speaker is Mr. Abdul Hakim. Are you with us? And can you tell a little bit about yourself to us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all. So my name is Abdul Hakim Kami. Currently in semester 5 of Bachelor of Development Management in University of Malaysia. Thank you.
Alright, thank you for Mr. Abdul Hakim. And the last one is Mr. Benoit. Can you introduce yourself a little bit for us? Sorry? Okay. Okay, I think that's enough and to know more about our study speaker, and we will start about the panel discussion session. So on this discussion panel, each speaker will share about his perspective on VUCA within 10 minutes. For the questions and answer sessions will be begun after all speakers have finished delivering their presentations. For the first session as well as the opening on today's panel discussions, I would like to invite Mr. Aulia Rahman to share. The time is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Harel. So, good morning, everyone. Once again, my name is Aulia Rahman, a student representative from Brawijaya. So, today I will bring the topic about the VUCA with the combination with technological advancement. Also, I will talk about the changes. So, first of all, I will state a statement that VUCA for me means social changes. So, to know more, please the committee, my slide. Okay, so wait for the committee. So I will start this discussion. Have you ever imagined that your job or your existence will be replaced by AI or something else? But it's something that you don't need to worry about, because the topic that I will bring today is the technological advancement as a solution for adapting the change. So what is change? So we have to understand the definition of change itself. So on the next slide, please. Yeah, this is chain. So I take a reference from chain that means in a human interaction that transform cultural and institution. These changes occur over time. So first of all, these changes, it can change our behavior as human. It changes in many sectors in our life. So we can start, I will bring an example that I highly believe that it relates to all of you. So on the next slide, we will understand the changes on how we found a job. Next slide, please. Here is, you see that is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, and on the right side is a number of user LinkedIn across the world. So have you ever imagined that today you will find your job information through online application? Back in time, back to your parents' time, they usually found the information through the newspaper, come to the office, or sending the document physically to the office. But now, all of us have the advantage to use this kind of technology to find the opportunities. So, okay, we can see that there are a lot of a lot of the user of LinkedIn across the world, and for recent news that Indonesia has 28 million user of LinkedIn. So I do believe that among of us have that account. So this is the changes that influenced by technology. On the next slide. Thank you. This is, okay, if you can see that, button, there is my profile account, and there is a button called Easy Apply and Save. So if you usually use LinkedIn, you will understand what this is. So with AI development, that can suggest us to apply for a job that matches our profile. We can easily apply to our favorite job by clicking the small button, Easy Apply, or clicking the instructed link linked to the application link. This is something new that happened in our generation. Your parents, I do believe, they never know about this. So that's my opening. So we can start to the next part. Okay, this is the part 2, the blurry VUCA. So I don't want to define again about the VUCA itself. So I know VUCA means the uncertainty. So first of all, the thing that I want to highlight is we have to adapt with the changes in our society. So but with any technologies that currently happen in our life, so have you ever imagined that to highlight it, I will bring you. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. There are 2 highlights that I want to share to you today. So it relates to the AI, to the technological advancement, and we as a human. So the first highlight is, with all upgrades, will it bring humanity to prosperity, or will it take over the world from us? And the second, then why AI is important to being discussed associated with the VUCA era? So the answer is on the next slide. It's a brief answer that I put on the slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is the answer. The answer is that VUCA world, where everything gets amplified, everything getting uncertain, everything is getting complex with its ambiguity, in a way that we never experienced before. We have to be ready, we have to be prepared for adapting and facing the situation. So at least there are several readiness that we have to prepare. The first is we have to ready to facing the fear and the confusion itself, and also it's happened to AI. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is the 2 subjects that I want to share to you. The first is AI, and then human, as human, as an individual. So there are many definitions of AI, but I took this. AI is adaptable machine that have the ability to understand a variety of situation with human capability. But we have to highlight that the capability is limited. As I told before, the AI, the system, the technology, it cannot replace us as a human, as the operator. And the second, we as a human, at this time, in this year, we are the most advantaged generation with its technology. Because what? Because we grew up. We grew up in technology, we grew up with information, we grew up in many opportunities that given by the society. So this is the thing that I want to share to you is why we have to understand about the AI and the human. The first of all, on the next slide, please. Next slide. This is the red thread. The red thread of AI and human is both AI and human make a predictive decision. Okay, so we have brain. In your head, you have brain. So what the function of your brain is to think, is to proceed the data. So you learn day by day, understand more knowledge from your brain, is to understand that in the future you will have take a solution or step action that to protect your life. It's also happened in AI. NI, it's training by the operator. They can understand many kind of data in a visual, in sound, and others. And AI and ourselves, it's make a prediction by understanding the past events. So because we know that something happened in our life, something happened in our society, we have to understand that we have to face that situation with our brain. We have to facing it without feeling fear or feeling insecure for that. Because what? Because when we feel that we feel insecurity or we feel unsafe with the situation, we will become a weaker person. And because of that, we usually thinking that maybe technology or AI will replace us. That's something that I want to highlight, that we don't have to be worried about that. Next slide, please. Okay. First of all, is there any solution for having this situation? I do believe that there are a lot of solutions that can be provided by us, by the society, and by the government. So after having a discussion between the AI and the human, so we as an administration student, especially in the PA, what can we do for having this situation? Okay, I want to highlight again. We human, we have the capability, we have brain, we have the control to control the society. Let we control our life, let we control the society, and let make a contribution to our society. So I want to stress that AI in society, it can be used to help us, to help the citizen for having a better life. So don't you think that AI will replace you or AI will haunt you like Hollywood movies do? I'm 100% sure that it's not going to happen. Okay, AI and the many technology, it will help you to understand and for having a great day in the future. So considering all the conditions above from the perspective of public administration, I believe we have to understand that there are a solution that we can do from our major. Next slide. Next slide, please. So, okay, so from public administration perspective, what you should be prepared is innovative and agile public policy. So once again, let me state what is the correlation between AI, human, and PA. First of all, we cannot separate between AI and human. We cannot separate between AI and the PA, and we cannot separate PA and its human as the human resources. Okay, if you're wondering what is innovative and agile public policy, on the next slide, please. Okay, I took this definition or took the means of agile public policy from Professor Dr. Erwan Agus Purwanto. He stated that the public policy, which have the ability, or we can say agile public policy, is not only emphasize the use of new ideas and knowledge, but also returns to the fundamental essence of a policy, namely ability to solve social and economic problems. So yeah, as a PA student, I do believe that all of you have known that the main of making a policy is for solving a problem in our society. So then, how if we integrate AI or the technology with our major, it will be something great. It will be something great that can help us to understand more. Then, this innovative policy requires several preconditions such as quality, human resource, second, a dynamic work environment, and the third, integration with new knowledge, and the last is collaboration across stakeholders. So the highlighted word or the highlighted condition is the something we should be prepared. We attend the class, we attend our subject, we learn more. So what we can do is we have to take that knowledge as something to be prepared in our future. Because when we graduate from this university and we will have our first job, and I do believe if one of us who want to be the public servant, we have to understand more about this policy. We have to we have the ability to make something new in the policy system. Okay, and I do believe why we have to understand more about AI, about the system, about the technology and policy, because I do believe when is there integration among ICT in the government sector, and it's not limited to improving the bureaucracy efficiency, it will increasing our quality lives. So we can take an example from the USA, the UK, and other countries around the world that can make integration between AI and the policy. And then, if we wondering again why AI should be implemented in public policy and how this policy can help the society. Next slide. Here's how can the policy help the citizen in facing the VUCA era? Okay, first of all, as we know that VUCA era with this uncertainty requires that we as citizens, we as human need something certain. I do believe that all of you have the certainty for having a job after graduate from this, and all of you have having uncertainty for having food in your home. So this is what can our government do with the integration with AI in making a policy. The first is the bureaucracy is required to be able to create public service that are not one shoot for all but personalized. It sounds like a business thing, but when we can make a policy that's something more personalized, it can help us more. And when public policy adopts these paradigms, there will be a fundamental change in the work culture. Next slide, please. So that is my last slide. But before I close my slide, I want to show to you that I hope we can grow together and see a brighter future. Because what? Because please do not worry about your future, about the AI, about the technology that can replace you. Once again, that cannot replace you, but they can help you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for a great presentations, and give applause to Mr. Aulia Rahman. And next to our second speaker, for Mr. Jakapat Prangru. Are you here with us right now?
Yeah, I'm here with you right now. Thank you.
All right. Okay, without further ado, for Mr. Jakapat Prangru, the time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to being a part of the ceremony. And it is my pleasure to be here. And today, I would like to talk about VUCA and leaderships. Our world and our future are said to be VUCA: volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguities. In terms of leaderships, VUCA has become an important and popular role because the business world has changed dramatically over the past few decades. In the past, leaderships seemed to be simple, unvolatile, and rarely encounter any changes. But this form of leadership is not compatible for this new world anymore. A rapid rate of change swirls around us as many organizations and managers fight again to spy and keep step in the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous nature of today's global business environment. Not only the leaders or managers, but so employees are no less worried about this incident too. In this world of rapid and sudden change, nothing can be overlooked or passed on. Whether the marketing, customers, cost, supplies, or even the regulation. And more than ever, leaders should have this 21st century adaptive tactics to survive in this world right now. First, demonstrate neutrality. Work efficiency depends on the mental and emotional state of the workers. During the works, if conflicts and interruptions occur, the work will turn out badly. And a good reader should respect the decision of authors, not be violent, and help people in the organization solve the problems. And that is, the readers should open to everyone in the organization, even to those who initially were skeptical or detractor, as well as to new employees. And second, be confident. Confidence is significant to performance. Forward-looking readers help people to stay resilient through changing circumstances. And the team that have a high level of confidence are most likely to benefit more than others. And third, be empathetic. In the VUCA world, change affects individuals differently. Readers should adjust their responses accordingly. And sometimes your people can behave abnormally. You should understand that the respite of change will strongly affect on them. By looking at the world through the eye of your employees, and you can discover what drives them and be able to encourage them. Fourth, demonstrate integrity. We are all face the same challenges together. Be honest with yourself and your courage. Share your fears openly and encourage also to share their fears too. Employees in this world look for readers who can communicate often, look to each other for ideas, support, and easy collaboration. Also, the readers look for ideas, honest feedback, and clear inputs from their workers. Fifth, facilitate realistic expectation. As a reader, your job is to help your employees do the best things they can. Ensure that your people in the organization agrees on realistic target. And the target should be discussed frequently and adjust as you want to change market condition. And finally, a sixth was to practice engagement. You have to talk and discuss more to your employees in the meaningful conversations about the challenge that everyone faces. Make them understand more and clearly of what the organization should adopt to the situation. When choice decisions are made, you and colleagues will benefit from the joy, and that will help inspire the team. And all above mentions are the passive skills that may be the best way VUCA readers should have to help them in uncertain situation world and assist in team management. To conclude all, readers have more to deal with in a more uncertain world. Make decisions faster and manage large amount of information and ring variables. The VUCA leadership skill help readers step outside of their comfort zone to explore new mindsets. Ideas or operating system is also help readers change their mindset so they can begin to accept different possibilities and outcomes rather than relying on habits and set outcomes that they expected. And lastly, I strongly believe that with VUCA adaptability, the organization will progress and evolve more quickly which will benefit to both the readers and the employees. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the great presentations. Give applause to Mr. Jakapat Kongro. And next, to our third speaker, Mr. Abdul Hakim. Are you there, Mr. Abdul Hakim?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, it seems like our third speaker is ready to deliver a presentation, and the participants can wait any longer to hear something insightful from you. For Mr. Abdul Hakim, the time is yours.
So, first of all, thank you so much to the moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day. I bid to all the deans, professors, lecturers, and also the ladies and gentlemen here. My name is Abdul Hakim and Abdul Hamid. I will present to you about our standard in terms of academic system. So, first and foremost, I would like to introduce to you a little bit background about our main campus, which is University of Malaysia in Kedah. So, University of Malaysia is officially established on 16 February 1984 as the 6th public university. We offer 17 schools offering 39 undergraduate programs, and the single campus is capable to host up to 20,000 students and staff at a time. And there are 15 residential halls for students. So, UUM is situated in a former mining area. Encountered in a valley of lush tropical forest, embraced by blue hills and watered by two rivers that flow along the middle of the campus. The rivers, known as Sungai Siput, Sungai Badak, complete the scenic beauty of the natural environment, affording a myriad vistas of verdant splendor. So, I would like to introduce to you to our current Vice Chancellor in University of Malaysia, which is Yang Berbahagia Professor Ilman Abdullah. So for those who are not really coming into the UUM, I would like to talk to you a little bit about our main campus in the UUM, and this is like an international virtual tour for you guys. So this is actually our main gate building. And this is the lake in our campus. This lake is for recreational activities such as kayaking, and also we can do some activities around there. Okay, so this is our main academic building in UUM. And here is another lake. Here is our sports center. And here is our main convocation hall in UUM, known as Dewan Muazzam Shah. And as you can see, here is our Islamic Center. And the most interesting part is we in UM we have our own main golf course in UM. So if you want to search or know further about UM, you can search. Alright, so here is what I want to share with you guys, teaching methods and strategies before the pandemic and also after the pandemic. We can see there are certain there and how we can adapt to the change of it, especially in terms of academic system. So first of all, before the pandemic, we have various teaching methods and strategies. For example, like group presentation, scenario-based learning, problem-based learning, discussion, learning, and also we watching video classes. So scenario-based learning and problem-based learning are actually similar, but they have a different with each other. So scenario-based learning is actually more role play, and problem-based learning is actually problem-based learning, where the lecturers will give you certain problems, and as a student, you need to overcome and come up with solutions to solve the problems. So as a group presentation, I think everyone know what is group presentation. Discussion can be like more than 2 or 3 people, and we can be discussion with lecturers and also with our classmates. And also watching video in classes actually can enhance our understanding before the pandemic. And however, after the pandemic arrives and during the pandemic, our academic system in UM have revolved accordingly, where we use certain methods, for example, like teaching using SlideShare, teaching using YouTube, and we do some collaborative activity, for example, like Google Jamboard and also Padlet. Also, we using group presentation by using like Writable and also Powtoon. Other than that, we're also using formative assessment, for example, like Kahoot, Puzzle, and also quizzes. And we also have summative assessment, which is known as written assessment, where all of the notes, lecture notes, and quiz will be held on that portal. So other teaching tool is also known as Wheel of Name. So how are the challenges? So what is challenges in the of academic system and how we can face it? So first and foremost, the challenge is the challenge to adapt to rapid changes. So as we know, before the pandemic, we are more known with the face-to-face classes. And after the pandemic arrives, we are more used to online classes. So these rapid changes is not equal to only students, but lecturers also do the same thing. So as a student, we actually have to spend some time to learn new things in terms of information technology, just like my two previous friends present about the information technology like Google, right? So we actually have to spend some time to actually master for the information technology. And by doing this, actually need to purposely, which is our goals. We have to set our goals and then make certain plans for us to achieve our goals. Second of all, the challenge is face complexity. So as we all know, online classes are way more complex than face-to-face classes, right? So, for example, like when we are using face-to-face classes, we just go to certain venue or certain places and just listen to the lecture, right? So when we are talking about online classes, it is more complex because it requires us to have certain application, or even a chat itself. So other than that, we actually have to having the personal integrity. So what I mean by having personal integrity is that we need to have convictions about what behavior is appropriate and our behavior in line with the standard as a student. So when we are talking about online classes, for example, like online quizzes or even online exam, we have to be pretty and be honest to ourselves because it is our responsibility. And the last challenge that I would like to share with you guys is the challenge to respond to uncertainties. Online classes can never be predicted, okay? Because we can never know what the future problems about that will happen. For example, like unstable Wi-Fi connection, unconducive surrounding, and then the change of weather. So all of these factors can actually contributed to the uncertainties of our life. So as a student, we actually have to be able to having self-responsibility. Means that we are the one who is in charge of our own choices and actions, and no one else can make them. So teach them and it will make sense for us. So it is up to us to be prepared for ourselves to actually respond to the uncertainties, especially in terms of academic system. So how we can face these uncertainties? As a student, first of all, we must always stay alert with current situation about what is happening around the world. So for example, like COVID-19 outbreak and the war between Ukraine and Russia. So what we can do is that as a student, we need to absorb a lot of knowledge that we can get ourselves prepared for any uncertainties in the future. For example, like COVID-19 has teached us to stay safe and follow all the SOP that have been set by government. And also the Ukraine-Russian conflict is actually can teach us about the effect on the economy, for example, like global financial crisis. Second of all, we master the ability to reason. What I mean is that we have to know how to process the issues, and having the right methodology for making decisions is very important. Because I think that there is no such thing about decision is ever black and white. So, and if you can learn to behind it, that will actually help us to move forward decisively and even to face the uncertainty. For example, like in this aspect, the uncertainty in the academic system. And last but not least, we need to practice of living consciously. So we are present in this moment and always aware of what's going on inside of us as well as around us. So we cannot ignore the information that we don't like, and we must pay attention to our emotions. So people who are living consciously are able to focus on what is happening now and stop thinking about the past and the future. So just embrace our journey and just face all the challenge and keep up with the challenge, and we have to be ready for any activities in the future. Last but not least, before I ended my speech today, experience is not what happens to you, it is what you do with what happens to you. Don't waste your faith and use it to help others. I think that's all for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for a great presentation for Mr. Abdul Hakim. And last but not least, our fourth speaker, which of course also an extraordinary speaker, Mr. Brenoa. Are you there, Mr. Brenoa?
Yes, hello everyone. Please give me a moment while I prepare my presentation.
Okay, without further ado, for Mr. Brenoa, the time is yours.
Okay, so hello everyone. Good day to all our participants today. First of all, I am beyond thankful to Universitas Brawijaya for selecting me as one of the speakers in this talk show session of the ABISOC 2022. With the inevitable effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on the lives of everyone, it is only proven that we indeed live in the VUCA world. So, where VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. With that, my short presentation for this talk show is about the challenges in the era of uncertainty through the eyes of a student. I only made this presentation concise, but I assure that some students may be able to relate to what I will discuss. So a quick introduction about your last speaker for today. I am currently a graduating student taking up Bachelor of Science in Psychology degree at Tarlac Agricultural University here in the Philippines. and I am a student leader in our college student council and advocate for change and rights of LGBTQIA+ community. And I'm also a hobbyist writer of short stories and poems. So now, let's proceed to my presentation. As my topic is about the challenges in the era of uncertainty, why don't we first crack the word uncertainty or define the word uncertainty? So the Cambridge Dictionary defines uncertainty as the situation in which something is not known. Oftentimes, we hold no knowledge about what is going to happen in the future. We are not sure of what tomorrow will become or what our destiny has to offer as soon as we wake up in the morning. So these and many more are what make us feel uncertain. And when all these unpredictable things transpire in the world where we currently live in, we call it the era of uncertainty. The era of uncertainty may be discussed through different perspectives. There is an era of economic uncertainty and an era of political uncertainty. But in this presentation, I have decided to look through a general perspective of the era of uncertainty. Because not all of us may not all of us may know the uncertainty in the global economy. But one thing is for certain, the current situation that we are in today during the COVID-19 pandemic is the most integral factor to this feeling of uncertainty. So the question is, why do we feel uncertain about some things in our life? This feeling of uncertainty is just normal as all of us cannot foresee what is in the future. But in the long run, this feeling of uncertainty may have a negative impact to us. We may experience anxiety, stress, and bewilderment. The most relevant and influential factor contributing to the feeling of uncertainty is the current situation of the world during the COVID-19 pandemic. We were confronted by countless challenges that almost made some of us forfeit the fight. We were and we are still affected financially, psychologically, physically, and economically. So, in the midst of situations like this where most of us feel uncertain, what could be the different challenges that we must all be aware of, and what can we do in order to overcome all of them to have a more optimistic vision of the future? I am particularly talking about the challenges that the youth like me face during uncertain times like the COVID-19 pandemic. Students encountered innumerable problems when the modality of classes shifted to an online setup. We were affected financially, psychologically, and emotionally. Right now, when the pandemic is still not yet over, the feeling of uncertainty is becoming more and more serious, and it impacts how we view ourselves in the future when hopefully everything will be going back to normal. So, this feeling of uncertainty leaves us with this question or with this idea. We don't hold enough power to determine what lies in the future. But one thing is for sure, we can focus on the here and now or the current situation because it is something that we have full control of or something that we are aware of. So, let us now proceed to the challenges in the era of uncertainty. I only have 3 challenges which I concisely elaborate in this presentation. So the first challenge, embracing the here and now. The pandemic has indeed altered the course of our lives. Everything became different to what we are accustomed to. So we are now dealing with what we call the new normal. The problem here now is how we are going to adjust to this drastic shift in our lives. Adjustment may be difficult for some and a piece of cake for others. It largely depends on our individual situations. For example, as a student, it was a sudden and shocking change for me to shift to an online setup of classes. Like most students, I experienced innumerable struggles that almost made me quit studying in the meantime while I gradually collect the pieces of myself that was shattered by this pandemic. I felt isolated and yearning for the company of my friends and classmates. I felt overwhelmed by the number of schoolworks that I am not able to finish on time. I felt that I was slowly being consumed by anxiety and depression, which I found ironic because I am a psychology student and I'm supposed to know how to cope with these negative feelings. But in the end, I realized that we are all the same and we all feel the same way. So the question is, how do we carry on the pace of change caused by the COVID-19 pandemic in our lives? Well, the first and the most important thing that we need to do is to accept the status quo or our current situation. Hence the term new normal. We play a role as citizens in a different scenario because of a health crisis. We may feel anxious, overwhelmed, or confused at first, but as we are able to adjust within these changes, we slowly free ourselves from being entrapped in this bubble of negative feelings. We are able to realize that some people are also on the same track and that we are not alone in embracing the new normal of living in the midst of uncertainty. Challenge number 2, losing track of your progress. Oftentimes, when we are predominantly consumed by our problems, our perception of ourselves becomes distorted. When we try to overthink about the future, we forget about where we are at the moment. We underestimate our current abilities and achievements because we want to accelerate the pace of our lives. By doing so, we view our progress as slow and almost like no movement at all. As a result, we compare our pace with that of others, when in the first place we have different walks of life. This then leads to uncertainty. Because of the problems that we currently encounter, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, we tend to overthink that we are just running on a treadmill infinitely, no movement from one place to another. But come to think of it, a progress, even the smallest one, even unnoticeable at the moment, is still a progress after all. If we just look through a magnified lens, we can see that we are making progress no matter how slow it is. That no matter how we are burdened by the weight of our problems, we are still able to take steps one at a time to regain the strength to face what lies ahead. We may feel a delay and we may pause sometimes, but remember that one day you will arrive at the destination you are bound to reach. And lastly, being afraid of redirection. When we are confronted by a dilemma, it is the time when choices appear before us. We are given the options whether to stay at the same path or dare to travel the different one. In my case, when the pandemic affected my studies, I was left with 2 choices: whether to continue studying despite emotional and psychological struggles or to give myself a break and prioritize my mental health. Definitely, I chose the first one, but this time I redirected myself. I used to study hard that I almost put pressure on myself. But despite choosing to continue with my program as a psychology major, I prioritized my mental health and set aside my goal to excel academically. The case may be different for other people. They may feel afraid or hesitant to redirect themselves. That is why they choose to travel the path they used to take. Some people are frightened of what is uncertain on a different path. Who knows that if one chooses a different direction, his or her situation will become worse or otherwise? The same concept goes with how we view change. Others cannot embrace change as they are not sure of what it might bring to them, because one thing is for sure, when we feel uncertain about things in our lives, we don't easily go for it. We hold back and think critically if our choices will lead to a better result, and as a consequence, we become stagnant on that same cycle. The fear of uncertainty makes us cautious because we reserve what is remaining of us for the future. But my friends, sometimes it takes a leap of faith to see what awaits on the other side of the road. If we constantly deny the possibility of redirection, we will get stuck in a cycle. Yes, the uncertain is indeed frightening to confront, but as long as we have full control of our here and now or our current situation, we might as well dare to walk through a different path. Because no matter how rough the roads might be, all these roads lead to Rome. So those, my friends, are the challenges in the era of uncertainty. In the perspective of a student like me, we face the challenge of embracing the current situation amid the COVID-19 pandemic. We lose track of our progress and feel that we are on an infinity treadmill. And we become afraid of redirection when we are confronted by adversities. But in spite of these challenges, we are not frightened to show our resilience, our ability to recuperate from our dilemmas. The feeling of uncertainty is normal, especially during trying times like this. We tend to overthink about what lies ahead in the future, whether the flame igniting in us will make it through the darkest path of our lives. But this era of uncertainty is a test to what is more to us than we only think. It is the time to bolster our skills and become prepared to face the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world or VUCA world. So, despite these uncertainties is one certain thing that we must realize. What you can do right now is so powerful that it can change the course of your future. So, fear not, my friends, and together let us foster in this unpredictable world. That ends my presentation. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that I was able to awaken your braveness to face the challenges of today and the future. Thank you very much.
What a great presentations. Give applause to Mr. Benoit. And now for the question and answer session, participants who attend online can raise hand to ask questions directly to our speakers. And for participants who are present offline can raise their hands and can ask the questions. And committee in charge will pass the mic to you. But before that, I want to ask a question first. We know that VUCA has 4 elements that have their own characteristics. There are volatility, which is talking about the quality of being subject to frequent, rapid, and significant change. The second is uncertainty. The conditions occurs when events and outcomes are unpredictable. The third is complexity, when everybody sometimes involved as a multiple of issues and factors and making some of problems more complex. And the last one is ambiguity, which is shaped by a lack of clarity and difficulty understanding exactly what the situation is. So the question is, of the 4 elements, what do you think, guys, about which one is more difficult to handle? Is it the volatility, uncertainty, complexity, or ambiguity? And why? Maybe we can start from Mr. Abdullah.
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, let me answer that question. The question asks about which categories of VUCA that the most challenging. But okay, sorry. Okay, but for me, actually, we cannot separate the three categories of VUCA because each category is interrelated. But if we have to choose one, I can choose the volatility is number 1 because when something is being volatile, it means that someday you will on the high and someday you will down. So that's we have to be prepared for the volatile itself. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the answer. And maybe next to the Mr. Abdul Hakim. From your perspective, which one is more difficult to handle? Is it a volatility, uncertainty, complexity, or ambiguity?
Okay, so in my opinion, I would say that it is actually depends on the individual itself. So how we react to those items or components is actually the determinants of what is the most difficult to handle. I think that is my answer for now.
All right, thank you for the answer. And then next to Mr. Benoit, you can give the answer about the questions I mentioned before. Which one is you think about more difficult to handle?
I agree with the first presenter. I think it's the volatility that is the most difficult among the 4, although all of those 4 are very difficult to accomplish or very difficult to transcend, because volatility explains that we are all susceptible to change, but we may understand that not all of us can embrace change because we have different walks of life, we have different stories to tell, and we have different situations in our life. So that volatility or an acceptance to change lead us to uncertainty, lead us to feeling that the future is unpredictable, lead us to a feeling that we don't know what lies ahead. It also leads us to thinking that the world is a complex, or the world is full of complexity, and in the end it also leads us to seeing the world as an ambiguous spectrum or an ambiguous world. So I think volatility is the most difficult one to transcend, or the most difficult one to solve.
All right, thank you for the answer. And the last one is Mr. Jakapat Prangru. What is your opinion about which one is more difficult to handle?
For me, I will choose uncertainty because we live in the globalization right now, and we cannot make sure everything will come to you and faster in internet. And yes, we have a lot of.
Sorry, you don't unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you. For me, I will choose uncertainty because we live in the globalization world right now, and everything can come to you and faster. And the data is the important things like culture and everything. We have exchange on the internet, so we cannot make sure that this thing today is right, but on the next day and is not right, or and everything is uncountable. And yes, that's why I should uncertainty, because everything cannot make sure and it can change day by day.
All right, thank you for the answers. And maybe next to the questions, there are any participants want to asking directly to our speakers, like in the Zoom or participant that offline here. Maybe on the Zoom meeting, you can raise hand and ask the questions directly, or I will help you to speak up if you're using the chat room for asking questions. Okay, while we're waiting, maybe I want to ask another questions that, to our speakers. How do we overcome the challenge that the VUCA world brings? Maybe we can start from the Mr. Jakapat Prangro. Sorry, you can unmute yourself first.
Can you repeat the question for me, please? I can't hear it clearly.
All right. The question is, how do we overcome the challenge that the VUCA world brings to us right now?
The VUCA world right now is bring us more, as like a, how can I say? It's bring us surrenders will bring. So I think it's bring us more. You have to be more ready in anything that will come to you, because it will come to you fast, more fast. And it's like I said before the first question. It's like, and we have to ready in any situation right now, because in every situation can come to you. And I say, and you have to be prepared ready. And like my speech, like be confident and be empathetic, and you have to talk to everyone in your organization to be prepared and ready and more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Mr. Jakapat Prangro. And maybe next to the second speaker is Mr. Abdul Hakim. Can you give your opinion about how do we overcome the challenge that the VUCA world brings?
Yes, so thank you, moderator, for the question. So I believe that when talking about how
sorry, we can't hear you properly. Maybe you can fix your mic first to us.
So can you hear me now? Can you hear me clearly?
It's more better. Yes, it's more better right now.
So I think that first and foremost, we actually have to adapt to the rapid changes itself. So on my speech previously, as a student, you need to actually adapt to any uncertainties that happen. For example, like when we are talking about from the face-to-face classes to online classes, so that is actually the rapid changes. The same goes to the VUCA itself. So we actually have to adapt to the rapid changes, and we actually need a lot of knowledge that we can actually help us to face those uncertainties, especially the VUCA. And and we actually surround ourselves with the people who master on the certain topic so that we can actually help ourselves move forward and actually adapt with the uncertainties and those challenges. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer. And next to Mr. Brenoa, you can give your opinion about how do we overcome the challenge that the VUCA worlds bring to us.
So we must first start at the micro level. So the micro level, for example, is university. So university is actually the microcosm of the society. It is where students spend most of their time, and it is where students learn all the most important things in their lives. So we must treat schools as the training ground for these students to hone their 21st century skills, because these 21st century skills are the most powerful weapon that we can use to overcome all these challenges. If we fail to teach all these students or these young leaders, then we may not have a brighter perspective of the future that lies ahead.
Okay, and thank you for the answer. And the last speaker is Mr. Oleh Rahman. Maybe you can give a speech for about your opinion. How do we overcome the challenge that the VUCA world brings to us?
Okay, thank you for the question, Harel. For me, first of all, we have to realize that we ourselves is the most person that responsible for the VUCA era and our lives. So we have to be more agile and more adaptive. That always thinking that something that happened in our life is having a reason, and we can flip it into opportunity that can help us in the future. Thank you.
All right. Then once again, thank you very much for the enthusiasm of the participants in this question and answer sessions. But due to time, the constraint, and we have to move on to the next sessions, we can end the question and answer sessions here. Once again, thank you very much for all our great speakers, and give applause for all of them. And before concluding these sessions, allow me to briefly summarize some of the key points from our panel discussions. The challenges in the era of uncertainty that we face are so many. As a student, we need to focus on the here and now for something that we are in full control of. VUCA has affected many factors, such as technology, business, education, environment, and many more. And in the era of VUCA, the competitions will be tougher, the development and changes will be faster, and those who are not ready for it will be left behind. So, it is very important for us future leaders to have a critical and open-minded, high curiosity, competence, knowledge, also willingness to continue to learn and develop. Once again, thank you for the enthusiasm of the participants and the amazing presentations of our great speakers today. For the next sessions, I return to the Master of Ceremony, and see you.
Thank you very much to Isha Karel Sintong for moderating such a wonderful and insightful discussion. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the awarding episode 2022, we have prepared the performance of the legend. Please welcome the legend.
With my
Good morning and good afternoon all. We are the Legends and we only play legendary musics from Indonesia and abroad. My name is Giovanni Tarminasya Nenggolan. I'm from Business Administration and my partner.
And I'm Afisa Duga Parania. I'm from Public Administration.
On keyboard is Mr. Andi Firmansyah. He's one of the faculty staff. And then on bass is Mr. Bayu Dwi Baskoro. He's also the staff. But wait, we're missing a drummer here.
So where is he?
Okay, let's just invite the chairman of episode 2022 on drum, Mr. Aulia Lukman Aziz.
Please give applause.
Okay, our fourth song is a legendary song from the 80s. It has more than 1 billion viewers on YouTube. The band's name is
Aha.
Okay.
Aha.
The next song is a legendary song from a legendary band of Indonesia. It's called as Dewa 19. In English, it's an expression of missing someone.
So an Indonesian title is Kangen.
Kangen.
Kangen, okay.
Betapa merindunya dirimu.
spectacular performance from the legends.
Now, we are going to announce the winner of Asian Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2022. The first category that I would like to announce is Opinion Article Competition with the theme Educational Practice and Management. The third runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Fahria Masrur. Congratulations to Fahria Masrur for the third runner-up. The second runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Nerdau Chika. Congratulations to Nerdau Chika. And the winner of Opinion Article Competition goes to Lion Rublico. Congratulations to Lion Rublico. Congratulations for all the winner of Opinion Article Competition in Educational Practice and Management.
And next, category that I would like to announce is Opinion Article Competition with the theme Business Administration. The third runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Hatakorn Tawisal. Congratulations for Hatakorn Tawisal. The second runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to John Darwin and Arenas. Congratulations for John Darwin and Arenas. And the winner of Opinion Article Competition goes to Ishak Hadar Sinto. Congratulations for all the winners of Opinion Article Competition in Business Administration.
Next category that I would like to announce is Opinion Article Competition with the theme Taxation, Accounting and Finance. The third runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Anggraini Alivia. Congratulations to Anggraini Alivia. The second runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Simon CSTA Romana. Congratulations to Simon. And the winner of Opinion Article Competition goes to Joshua Bugarin. Congratulations to Joshua Bugarin. Congratulations for all the winner of Opinion Article Competition in Taxation, Accounting and Finance.
The next category that I would like to announce is Opinion Article Competition with the theme Public Administration, Public Policy, Politics and Social Trends. The third runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Gealinit Ichalawa. Congratulations for Gealinit Ichalawa. And the second runner-up of Opinion Article Competition goes to Qasida Nur Aisyah binti Moh Nasro. Congratulations for Qasida Nur Aisyah binti Moh Nasro. And the winner of Opinion Article Competition goes to Emrestu Akbar Ismail. Congratulations for all the winners of Opinion Article Competition in Public Administration, Public Policy, Politics and Social Trend.
Last category that I would like to announce is opinion article competition with the theme Public Digital Literacy and Information and Technology. The third runner-up of opinion article competition goes to Jasmine Bautista Jaya. Congratulations. The second runner-up of opinion article competition goes to Kennedy D. Augustine. Congratulations for the second winner. And the winner of opinion article competition goes to Suyanti Welvina Situma. Congratulations to the first winner. Once again, congratulations for all of the winner of opinion article competition in public digital literacy, information and technology.
And now, we will announce the second category of poster competition with the theme Hidden Tourist Attraction at Your Home Country. The third runner-up of poster competition goes to Nabila Padilla. Congratulations. And the second runner-up of poster competition goes to Dayangku Nur Izati binti Pangeran Mukhlizer. Congratulations. And the winner of opinion poster competition goes to Christian Leo Pardo Garcia. Congratulations. And once again, congratulations for all the winners of poster competition with the theme Hidden Tourist Attraction at Your Home Country.
Now we will announce the third category, photography competition with the theme Food, Culture, Nature, Cityscape, a colorful South Asia. The third runner-up of photography competition goes to Kawita Krutsamra. Congratulations to the third runner-up. The second runner-up of photography competition goes to Gideon Widyo Sasongko. Congratulations for the second winner. And the winner of opinion photography competition goes to Prince Lloyd Besorio. Congratulations to the first winner. Once again, congratulations for all of the winners of photography competition. To all the winners that presently come today, please come to the stage.
We also invite Dean of Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, Associate Professor Andi Fepta Wijaya MDA PhD to give the symbolized prizes for the winners of opinion article competition, poster competition, and photography competition of AFISOC 2022.
Please give applause.
Brawijaya, and once again, congratulations for all the winners of ASEAN Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2022. Please give applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we have come to the end of the event. Thank you for all our speakers, moderator, and of course our audiences for participating this event. Once again, thank you to the Dean of Faculty of Administrative Science, Universitas Brawijaya, Chairperson of ASEAN Virtual Student Opinion Competition, our committees, and our partners for willing to allocate their time for EVSOC. Hopefully, we can increase our knowledge and get good benefits from this activity.
I am Putri Riantasya.
And I, Thoriqul Mujahidi, signing out. See you in the next Asian Virtual Student Opinion Competition 2023. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.